We're going to play around a little bit with quad stuff tonight. And then Elena said, well, don't tell them ahead of time we're naming this class Oh My Quad, because then that's going to be like a hesitancy to want to come take the class. So it's not going to be too bad for Tuesday, but I'll add a couple of things on for Thursday and we'll just build on it. So let's get started in child's pose and we'll start there. It's beautiful outside. I appreciate you coming inside temporarily just to get a good sweat on, and then you can move about your day in the rest of the beautiful sunshine. But here in your child's pose, get your fingertips down into the mat, spread them out nice and wide and connect them to the floor. And take a deep breath in together. Fill yourself up. Exhale it through your mouth. Just clear some space. Deep breath in. Big exhale out. Yeah, make some room. Last one like that. Full exhale. And then just big, steady, full breaths. An Ujjayi breath right from this very first pose. And a breath that not only everyone else in the room can sync up with, but people practicing at home or in the future can sync up with. Make your way to downward facing dog. And keep building your breath. You move this around any way that you need to. Bend the knees, shake out the head. Maybe you take a longer stance front to back in your down dog tonight and just try that on for size. It's really this opportunity to take an actual look at what's going on in your physical body and see what's available. Then walk your feet up to your hands, hang in ragdoll. Steady, steady breath. Press your feet into the floor and then pull the pit of your belly in and up, away from your feet and up to the ceiling. Let your head be heavy. Yeah, you might swing your head out, yes and no. Make sure your neck is nice and loose. Then press into your feet, rise all the way up to standing. Reach through your fingertips. Bring your thumbs to heart center. Set your intention for your practice. Anything you want to pick. And we'll send it out with 3 ohms. Deep breath in. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull if you've got weights. High push up and pause. Right knee to right elbow. Left knee to left elbow. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 big breaths together. In. Empty it out. Good. 2 more. Breathe in. Breath out. Last one. Fill up. Exhale everything out. Look forward and move. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Extended mountain. Long, slow inhale. All the way up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High plank. Right knee to right elbow. Left knee to left elbow. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. In. Clear it out. Big breath. Empty it out. Last one, fill up. Clear all the air out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Extended mountain. Look up, reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull. High plank. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in together. Clear it out. Good. 2 more like that. In. Exhale. Last one. Fill. Push all the air out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift with your weights. Fold down. 1 more sun A. Rise up to standing. Reach all the way up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High plank. Knee tap on the right. Knee tap on the left. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Big breath in together. Clear it out. 2 more. In. Press your thumbs down on your exhale. Yeah, root them down. 1 more. Exhale everything. Step or jump to the head of your mat. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose and stay. Way down into the chair. Lift and spread your toes up off the mat so you can get way back in your hips and your heels. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, open your arms. Stay for the breath out. Back up to chair. Inhale, twist left. Inhale, open. Stay for the twist. Back up to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull. High plank. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior 1. Step through. Weights in your hands or open palms all the way up. Chaturanga. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side warrior 1. Step. Long slow breath all the way up to your fingertips. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale down. Breathe in together. Empty it out. 2 more. Breath in. Breath out. Yeah, sigh if that's there for you. 1 more. Push the air out. Step or jump forward. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose. 1 breath this time. Sit deep. Twist right. Inhale, open. Stay and breathe out. Good. Chair pose. Stretch your arms. Twist left. Inhale, open. Stay and push all the air out. Back up to chair. Fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior 1. Step. Press your front big toe mound down. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Down dog. Left side warrior 1. Step it through. Press, lift, reach. Low push up. Just getting that moving and the heat going. Upward facing. Downward facing. Breath in together. Clear it out. Full breath. Exhale. Last one. Empty together. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold down. Chair pose, sit back. Twist right. Inhale, open. Stay and breathe out. Back up to chair. Reach. Twist left. Inhale, open. Stay and exhale. Back to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High plank. Knee on the right. Knee on the left. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior 1, right side. Step. Stretch the sides of your body. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Warrior 1. Lunge deep. Knee right on top of your front ankle. Yeah. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Big breath in together. Clear it out. 2 more. In. Empty. Last one. Push all the air out. Step or jump forward. Halfway lift. Fold down. Chair pose. Lift and spread your toes. Twist right. Inhale, open. Stay and breathe out. Good. Chair pose. Twist left. Open, breathe in. Stay and breathe out. Back to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High plank. Knee tap on the right. Knee tap on the left. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior 1. Step through. Lots of space between your front and back foot. Chaturanga. Hands to the mat. Inhale up. Exhale down. Left side. Step through. Pull all the way up and out through your fingertips. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Breath in together. Clear it out. Yeah, 2 more. In. Push the air out. Last one. Exhale to the pit of your belly. Step or jump forward. One more sun bee. Halfway lift. Fold down. Chair pose. Deep as you can go. Twist right. Inhale, open. Stay and breathe out. Back to chair. Twist left. Open, breathe in. Stay, get all the air out. Chair pose. Fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull. High plank. Knee on the right. Knee on the left. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, right side. Last one on this side. Press, lift, go. Chaturanga. Big breath in, up dog. Bend it out and down dog. Left side, warrior one. Last one on this side. All the way up. Chaturanga on your exhale. Upward facing. Downward facing. Oh. Hello, happy Tuesday. It's good to see all of you. Send your right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and open your hip. Make a lot of space in your hip. Get a long stretch so your knee goes up and over to the side of your mat. Then flip your dog. Go all the way. Full connection. Start with both feet on 12 o'clock and then plug your front big toe mounds into the mat. You got it. If wheel's there for you, take it. And if it's not, keep your attention on your breath. Flip back over side plank. Yeah, elbow down, a knee down, a leg in the air. However side plank needs to show up in your practice. Pick that and then eyes on one spot. Everybody flex your ankles, whether they're in the air. Yes, Allison, or down. Good, Jenna. And then squeeze your inner thighs together. Even with the legs apart, you can squeeze those inner thighs into center. High to low push-up. Woo! Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Send your left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee and open your hip. Stretch. Pull those 2 points apart from your left pinky finger all the way up to your knee. Then flip your dog. You got it. 2 feet on 12 o'clock. So you've got the foundation of the pose first and then big expansiveness. Heels down in the ground and then the big expansive pose. Flip back over, side plank. A big fan of those wrist weights, you two. I like that you don't have to hold on to a weight, but you still got weight. Spread your fingertips apart. Inner thighs active. Pull them together so the top parts of your legs are doing a ton of work to create center line. Last breath. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Sigh it out. Breath in. Breath out. One more. Clear it all out. Right side crescent lunge, but start with your back knee down on the mat and then have your block somewhere handy. So you might not need it right away. So you have your back knee down, and then I want you to untuck your back toes so the top of your foot's into the floor. Good. Start with hands on your thigh. So resist the urge to lean so far into it that your pelvis is kind of spilling forward. You want everything lifted in and up so that you feel a stretch right in the top of your hip, right over your hip flexor. From here, trust me, I want you to press into the top of your foot so much you could almost get your knee off the ground. It's like a little bit. Top of your foot into the ground. I know. So it'll take a lot of pressing into that front foot to lift that off the ground. Yes, yes. Even if it's just a little bit. So you can stick with hands on your thigh to lift that up, or hand on a block, hand on the thigh to help you lift that knee up in the back. It might help if you lean forward a little bit. It'll take some of the weight off that back knee so you can lift it up. Yes, Rob, there you go. Beautiful. From here, one or both hands up, a modified crescent lunge. Oh, yes, Alexa, beautiful. I know, I know. One more breath. Lift. Switch sides. Yeah, that's what we're up to tonight, folks. Surprise. Okay. Start at the beginning with this one. Back foot untucked, hands on your thighs, and then zip everything up. Front of the pelvis up, belly button into the front of your spine, just so the front of that thigh can open up. Then start to play around on this side, pressing the top of the foot to lift the knee. Yeah, a little or a lot. Good. And this one might be completely different from the other side. And then you've got your friend the block if you need the block there. A lot of times the block can be the nemesis in the yoga practice, but sometimes it's a really helpful tool. Okay, both hands up or one hand up, that modified crescent lunge. Top of your foot pressed into the floor, toenails pressed into the floor. Yes, Jessica, one more breath. Downward facing dog, make your way there. Woo! Yeah, downward facing dog, a familiar resting place, resting in quotations. Send your right leg up to the sky. Long straight leg behind you this time, then dial all 5 toes to the floor. Flexed ankle, yes. Take a breath in here. Knee to nose on your exhale. Round and coil in. Good, press back, inhale. Knee to nose, coil in. Last one, press back. Knee to nose, pull in, crescent lunge, regular crescent lunge. Step the foot between your hands, back toes are tucked. Yeah, now see if you've got a little more room to come down into your crescent, like really down into it where your thighs parallel with the floor in the front and you've got a heel straight up in the back. Good, hands up to the sky. Some of you could even come a little deeper in that lunging leg. Yes. Where there's lots of space. Hands to heart center, twist right. Left elbow outside your right knee. You can stick with palms together or open up your arms. And then notice, have you got your front big toe mound in the mat, or is it starting to lift because you're looking to the right? Reconnect that back into the floor. Take one more breath here. Full exhale out. Get complete. Warrior 2, face the opposite way. I know, hip flexors are talking, quads are talking. All right, lots of space in your warrior 2. Come way down into it and take up almost your entire mat. So you can just start with your hands on your thighs and then actually look at your front leg and let your knee be right on top of your ankle. Probably way lower, or at least a little bit lower than it normally goes. Right there. Nice and deep. Reach out through your fingertips. Stay in the 90 in that front leg and press the center of your front heel straight down. Breathe right here. Yeah, we're just going to stay right here for a couple of breaths. Press the outer edge of your back foot down into the mat. Stay low in your lunge, extended side angle. Bring your front elbow to your front thigh or your fingertips down by your front arch, and you've got your friend the block there if you need fingertips on a block. Squeeze skin to muscle to bone on that front leg, that front thigh. Pull it into center. Half bind or full bind. Top arm around your back for the half. Full bind, bottom arm underneath your front thigh to meet the fingertips. Yeah, and it could even be just the intention of the full bind is there and the fingertips don't quite meet. That's totally fine. You've got one more breath. High to low push up. Good stuff. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take one breath in. Clearing breath out. Send your left leg straight up and back. Long straight leg, all 5 toes dialed down to the floor at the flexed ankle. Good adjustments. Deep breath in here. Knee to nose. Exhale. Coil in. Press back. Inhale. Knee to nose. Squeeze it in. Last time, press back. Knee to nose. In. Crescent lunge. Regular crescent lunge on this side. Breath got a little quiet, so come back to that. Yeah, get settled down into it. It's a nice deep lunge in the front leg, a powerful lunge in the front leg, and then a powerful pressing up action with your back thigh. Hands up to the sky. Enough pressure in your front heel that your front toes can lift up off the mat. Yeah. Hands to heart twist left. Doing that work. Press your back thigh up to the ceiling and open your arms. Now add more breath. Steady, rhythmic Ujjayi breath. Good, all these steady feet. I like it. One more breath in here. Stay for the exhale and twist. Then warrior 2, unwind your body. Yeah, start with your legs in your warrior 2. Take up the whole mat. The whole mat. So the front knee is a 90-degree angle with the floor. Even if that's way deeper than you normally go, you're only going to be there for a couple of breaths. So try it on, and then you can dial it down if you need to. Stretch through your fingertips. Down through the center of your front heel, softness in the front toes. Good. Stay low in the lunge, extended side angle. Then set your gaze on one point. Take your half bind or your full bind. Start to create the full version of your extended side angle. Lightness in the front toes. Yeah. One more breath here. High to low push-up. Big breath in up dog. Stretch the front side of your body. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Exhale it out. Breath in. Exhale. One more. Fill up. Push all the air out. Look forward and move feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose and stay. Way down in the chair. Lift the toes, sit down and back enough where you've really got to squeeze your quad muscles into your upper leg bones. Hands to heart center, twist right. Keep your hips lower than your heart and lift your heart up towards your thumbs. Yes, keep it nice and open, then spread your arms apart. All of those pieces working together. Stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chair pose. Fold. Woo! First 2 fingers around your big toes. Yeah, let's work in the reverse. Stretch things back out and let the work be on the back side of your legs and your hamstrings. You can bend and straighten your legs if that feels like a good fit. Yeah. This is your counterbalancing pose. It's your opportunity to stretch things back out and take a break. Release your grip. Come down into a goddess squat. Turn your feet out like to 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock on a clock face and then squat down. So for those of you who are more flexible, your hips will get really close to the ground. Press into your feet so you can lift yourself up. For those of you on the opposite end of the spectrum, you just bring your feet a little wider apart so your feet can come flat on the floor. You can come a little bit wider, Rob, with your feet if you can. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Okay, you're just going to stay right here in the goddess squat. Press in all 4 corners of both of your feet. Now you can stay right here or right hand in front, left hand up to the sky. You can stay here at step 2 or start to work on the bind. So it'll be the top arm around your back. That's a half bind. Bottom arm in front of your right knee and then wrap it around back for a full bind. A little bit wonky to figure that out. One more breath here. Release, hands to the mat, hips to the sky, shake it out a little bit. Walk your feet back together, big toes touch, squat down for chair pose. Down into the chair. You can have the block between your knees too to help that squeezing into center action. Toes light and lifted on the mat. Hands to heart center, twist left. You got it. Hips down, heart up. Open your arms. Stay for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chair pose. Fold. Take gorilla. Step on your palms. Get your toes all the way up to your wrists. Head easy, neck easy. Maybe a sigh needs to come out. And then back to the 4-part breath. Release your hands. Come back to that goddess squat. Sit down on your hips. Elbows on the insides of your knees. Get situated. All 4 corners of both feet down in the mat. Left hand down to the floor. Maybe it's templed fingertips. Right arm up to the sky. Step 1. Step 2. Top arm around your back for the half bind. And you can pause right here and just work on opening up your chest toward the upper corner of the room. Full bind is left arm in front of the left knee. You kind of roll the thumb down towards the floor to bring the arm back around behind you. I know. Straighten out your legs, fingertips to the mat, shake it out. Bring your feet back together. Rise all the way up to standing. Eagle pose, right side. Whew. It's roasty toasty in here, guys. Yeah. Right arm under, right leg over, eagle pose. For this first eagle, settle a little deeper in your hips than you normally do and see if that gives you more space to wrap your legs more tightly together. So one piece, you're going to play around with the height of your hips in this eagle. Yeah. Left side eagle, left arm under, left leg over. Same attention to the hips on this side. Squat down a little deeper, and it'll take bending the standing knee more to get deeper back in your hips. Nice. Add more breath. Right side eagle, second set. You got it. Eyes on one spot, focused, dialed in. Bend the standing knee, squat down a little deeper. Yes. Doesn't have to be a lot. It could be like a ½ inch. Switch sides. Left side eagle, left arm under, left leg over. Eyes on one spot. Settle into the hips. Make the sole of the standing foot heavy, heavy and stable. Standing leg raise, right side. Start by grabbing your raised knee. We'll get to the foot part, so just start with the knee and then left hand on your left hip. Pick a spot out in front of you to help keep your balance. Now, flex your ankle and spread your toes. Yes. Now, regardless of how high you can lift your legs, straighten out your legs. So it can be way down here with both hands on your hips, or it can be up higher. That's up to you. Higher up you go, the more you're going to work your quad. Hands up to the ceiling. Stay right here and breathe. I know, let it get a little shaky. Squeeze your muscle into the leg bone. Take a deep breath in. Lift your leg up an inch higher. Yes. Airplane, shoot your legs back. Reach your arms back behind you. Go from that pulling in, the scrunching up the muscle to work it to lift your leg, and now stretch it back out in the airplane. Pull it from hip to heel. Half moon, open up. Hand on the block, hand on the floor, and then right hand straight up to the sky. Big, full breaths. Let them fill up your entire physical body. One more inhale. Both feet to the mat. Standing leg raise, left side. Start with the knee. It helps to start with the one piece first so that you can get the attention on the balance and worry less about the straight leg and all that entails right out the bat. Flex the ankle, spread the toes. Good. Straighten out the leg in front of you. However high it's going to go is perfect. Arms up to the ceiling. Yeah, you got to keep that foot flexed, the toes spread apart, lift it up an inch higher, pull in, airplane, shoot the leg back. Press, press, press through that flexed foot, that flexed ankle on the top leg so it can help pull and lengthen out your quad muscle on your left leg. Half moon, open up. You got it. The more active you make that lifted leg, the lighter it is, the easier it is to lift that up to the ceiling. One more breath, open up, both feet to the floor. Standing bow or dancer's pose, right side. Here's your opportunity for the counterbalance. This is your pose where you can stretch the front of your quad back out again. So if you need wall space to put your hand on the wall, definitely do that. Take your pose. Yeah, standing bow or dancers if you're using your strap. Lean into it. Put the attention, put the work in your shin, your lifted shin that you press back. That'll increase the stretch across the front of your quad. Nice, Steph. Big inhale. Switch sides. Give the opposite quad a chance. Let it stretch out. Take your pose. A long stretch. Press the shin back to open up your quad and lift your Lifted foot a little bit higher up to the ceiling. Yes, one more breath. Right side, second set. One more. You got it. Take your pose. Let there be a quality of softness to the second set. So you've got the shape of the pose, less forcing, more melting. Let the pose melt and open up. Your shin slides further back. The chest goes further forward. Good. One more breath here. Switch sides. Last one. Take your pose. You got it. Lean into it and let it all spread out. You're warmed up. You're ready to go. You take up more space and stretch the front of your quad. Both feet to the mat. Tree pose, right side. Start with hands at heart center. So our right foot is good anywhere on the inside of your leg other than the side of your knee, so either above or below. Any arm variation you want. You can make something up, no wrong answers. A point-to-point stretch from your foot on the ground, up through your leg, up through your body, and out through the crown of your head. Nice. Soften your standing knee just a little bit. Let the muscles in the leg do the work instead. One more breath. Left side tree. Y'all are doing the work. It's nice and roasty in here right now. Left side tree. You can do the same arm variation or pick a different one. It takes something. It takes something to decide, instead of just going home, instead of just, all right, I'm going to do whatever and kind of waste time until I have to go to bed. You're choosing to come onto your mat to make something happen, to make a shift happen. One more breath. Lift up. Both feet to the mat. Come up to the head of your mat if you're not there already. Extended mountain. Reach up to the ceiling. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Right knee to right elbow. Left knee to left elbow. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Clear it out. 2 more. Breath in. Breath out. Last one. Fill up. Exhale it out. Right side triangle. Step your right foot between your hands. You can have your block on the outside of your shin or your hand on your shin. Your choice. Whoa. Trying to throw my water bottle up here. Now, both feet firmly into the ground. Reestablish the breath, that powerful Ujjayi breath. Yeah, sync up with one another again so that if one of you needs a little extra push, somebody else has the breath to help support and vice versa. Spread your fingertips apart and let your collarbones get broad. Yeah. Press into your feet. Rise up to standing. Something slightly different from sideways, side-facing wide leg forward fold. So you'll turn to the long edge of your mat. Let's start with that. And then feet are turned out to 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock. If that's not comfortable for your knees, you can turn them in a little bit. But I want you to come down into what's called a horse stance. I'll face the camera so people at home can actually see what I'm doing. Hands on your thighs. Nice and low in your horse stance. I know. So we're going to take this nice and slow. You'll have your arms out to cactus arms. And this could be a lot of work for you just staying in the center. We're going to add on the piece of tipping to the right. Tap your elbow to your right knee. And you tip over to the left. Left elbow to left knee. Go side to side. See if you can keep your spine long and straight. So it's really a side bend that gets the elbow over to the knee. I know. It's a slow burn and it creeps up on you. You've got one more time on both sides. Right tap. Left tap. Straighten your legs, rise up. Now side facing wide leg forward fold. Hinge forward. Woo. Yes. Yeah, side facing wide leg fold. So feet are a little bit pigeon toed, if not just parallel. And you're working on the fold. Breathe right here. You might find that bending and straightening your knees a little bit here feels good too after working that horse stance. Press into your feet, rise up to standing. Namaste front facing or splits, you choose. Your legs are pretty ready for splits right now if you don't normally take it. So I would say take your block and maybe try that one on, or namaste front facing. Hinge forward. If you're taking that namaste fold, get both of your feet involved in the pose. The four corners of both feet straight down into the mat. Splits, your toes in the front, up towards your face. Nice, Allison. Twisting triangle or twisting splits. Left hand down. Right arm straight out. The length in the spine is what you need to create the biggest twist possible in your body. So stretch tail to crown with every breath. Nice, Alexa. One more breath together. High to low push-up you go. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take one breath in. Big breath out. Left side triangle. Step through. You got it. Block on the outside of the shin or hand on the shin. Then right back to the breath. Let it be a reset button, that 4-part breath. The inhale with a pause at the top, the exhale with a pause at the bottom. Conscious and on purpose choice to stick with that breath. Press into your feet, rise up to standing. Come back to that horse stance, facing the long edge of your mat, feet wide apart, arms into cactus. Now, you can stick with what we did on the other side, which is tapping the elbows to knees, or you can add the piece on of coming up onto the ball mounds of your feet and then do the side to side. If you really want to bring your groin muscles in, come up onto the ball mounds of your feet and let yourself go side to side. Yeah, I know. A little wonky to try on, then you get used to it. Keep going side to side, stay low in your hips. Beautiful. Doing that work. One more time on both sides. Lower your heels if they're up. Side facing wide leg fold. Just pigeon toe your feet and fold down. Do you want to take a bind on this side and interlace your fingers at your low back? You can. Give your shoulders a good stretch here. Y'all are doing a lot of work. Doing all that work. Tailbone up to the sky. Crown of the head down towards the floor. Press into your feet. Rise up to standing. Namaste front facing or split pose on the other side. Pick your pose. Go for it. Both feet connected to the floor. Whether it's the splits or the namaste fold, both feet fully involved. Fully connected. Then toes soft. Yeah, there it is, where the four corners connect and the toes are there, but they're not used to grip. Twisting triangle or twisting split. Ring it out. Crown to tailbone. Keep pulling those two pieces apart and see if you can get a little deeper into the twist. One more breath here. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Exhale it out. 2 more. Breathe in. Breath out. 1 more. Fill up. Push all the air out. Roll out to your high plank. 2 options. You can hold the plank or mountain climbers. Knees into your nose. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way to the mat. Oh, yes, the floor. Locust pose. Hands back by your hips. Come up and away from the mat. Stretch out long. Here's that opportunity, that counter pose again, to stretch out the front side of your body, stretch out your quads nice and long. One more breath here. Lower down, hips side to side. Floor bow, and we're taking 2. So you can grab one ankle at a time if you'd like. Bend your knees, grab your ankles, and rise up. Knees straight back behind you. Go back to the shins driving the movement. Press them straight back behind you to stretch and open up through the quads, your hip flexors, up the front side of your body. One more breath. Lower down, side to side with your hips. Floor bow number 2. Press, lift, go. Up and away from the mat. Yeah, feet up to the ceiling, center of your heels up to the ceiling. That full connection there. Lower down, side to side. Upward facing dog. Rise up off your mat. Stretch. Pause in the up dog. Press the tops of your feet down and stretch the front side of your body. Good. Downward facing dog. Look between your hands and jump through to sit. Come down onto your back for bridge pose. Press into your feet. Rise up and away from the mat. Go for a long line of stretch from your knees, going to where the wall and ceiling meet in front, all the way down your body to your nose. Let that line get nice and long, nice and straight. Stretch it out. One more breath. Lower down. Take your knees left and right. All right, yogis, wheel pose number 1. You can stick with bridge or move on to wheel. Tuck your fingertips under your shoulders for wheel and rise up. Doing a lot of work with your powerful legs, so there might be something new available for you in your bridge or your wheel pose. Tuck your chin and come down. Full breath in. Full breath out. Number 2, press, lift, go. Up and away from the mat. Yes, plug your big toe mounds into the floor. Come on down. Breath in. Breath out. Number 3, halfway point with the wheels of the bridges. Press and go. If you're choosing bridge, stay in bridge for the rest of the counts. Come on down, wheels. Tuck your chin and lower. Breath in. Breath out. Number 4, press and rise. Bridge, just spread your toes. Press your big toe mounds into the mat. Yes. Tuck your chin and come on down. Breathe in. Breath out. Number 5, you got it, Jenna. Keep pressing into your fingertips. Up and away from the mat. Lower down. Breath in. Breath out. Last one. Rise up. Your last big back bend. You got it. Press, lift, go. Beautiful, Alexa. Yes, Rob. One more breath. Lower down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Oh, boy. Let your hands land. Let your gaze land on a spot up at the ceiling. Feel that tingliness, that whatever physical sensation is coming up for you, let that come up to the surface. Happy baby or dead bug. Let your spine, your whole back settle down towards the floor. Then legs straight in the air. Set yourself up for scissor legs, so hands can be behind your head or press down into the mat next to your hips. You choose. Lower your right leg halfway to the mat. Take a full breath in. Exhale, switch your legs. Breathe in and switch. Yeah, real purposeful with the breath. Keep going. Going at your own pace. Keep the ankles flexed and your toes awake. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about with the feet. Keep going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs straight up. Belly down to the mat. Lower both legs 30 degrees. Lower 60. Lower to hover. Flutter kicks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs back up. One more set. One more set. Lower 30. Lower 60. Lower to hover, scissor legs, one over the other. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs up, knees into your chest. Rock forward and back, make your way up into boat pose and grab a hold of your block. So you've got your block or your weights at heart center. Nice big open space in your chest for your boat. We're going to row the boat side to side. We haven't done this for a little while, so we're going to add it back in. Go for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. I know when the blocks start slamming, you guys are like, okay, are we there yet? Downward facing dog. Get this block away from me. Right side half pigeon. Right side half pigeon. You can rest your forehead on your block or down on your stacked fists. Yeah, you can take the half pigeon on your back if that feels better for your knees. Do that. No matter which poses you found super challenging or which ones you felt like, yeah, I really had that one, focus on this one here and now. Just this one. Where can you soften in this half pigeon to allow more opening to happen since you've had so much attention on pulling the muscle into bone? Steady breath. You've got a few more breaths in half pigeon. You can stay right where you are or take king pigeon. Bend your back knee and grab a hold of your back ankle or your back shin. Might feel good to stretch out the quad that way. Yeah, and then breathe right where you are. Downward facing dog, shake it out. Left side half pigeon. Make your way down to the mat. This far into your practice, you get to a point where you're like, okay, all of that other stuff that got burned off in the beginning of the class, now we can get down a little deeper. The deeper stretching, a deeper sense of space, a deeper sense of settling. Steady breath. You just keep coming right back to the breath over and over again. Stay or king pigeon. Grab that back ankle. And if you're grabbing that back ankle, it's less of a pushing with the shin and more of just like let your shoulder open, let it stretch the front of your thigh. Downward facing dog. Come down to sit. We'll take one more hip opener. We're going to take cow face pose today, and I don't think we've taken this one in quite a while. So very similar to double pigeon. You'll do shin on top of shin, but instead just keep scooching your feet till it's knee on top of knee. For some of you, your heels will be back towards your hips. That's if you're a little less flexible in the hips. If you want more stretch, legs come out. Legs come out. Yeah, so it might be that one knee is up in space and you can stay up here hugging the knee into your chest. That's a good hip stretch as well. Find the one that works best. Yep, flex your ankles, spread your toes. And you can stay here or hinge forward. Steady breath. Let that tissue on the outside of your hips open up. Switch legs, opposite leg on top, cow face pose. You decide how far forward the feet go or back towards your hips. And then sit up tall as best you can. Stay there or hinge forward. Unpretzel your legs, make your way onto your back, and let's get upside down. So waterfall with a block under your hips. You can take shoulder stand. If you're feeling a headstand or a handstand, go there. No matter how you choose to get upside down, put your attention on your thigh bones and let the heads of your thigh bones settle deeper into your hip sockets. You could even imagine like the muscles in your quads and your hamstrings are slowly pulling that thigh bone straight down into your hip sockets. And that might be ankle circles or flexing and pointing your feet. Yeah, help the blood go the opposite way. Headstands and handstands, you can make your way to child's pose to reset. Those of you in waterfall and shoulder stand, you can take plow pose. Maybe waterfall feels like, no, I'm good. I'm going to stay right here in waterfall pose. Plow pose is too deaf yogi. Bend your knees and hug them around the sides of your head. And everyone make your way back down to the mat, bone by bone. Hug your knees into your chest when you get there. Give them a squeeze. Supine twist right. Drop your knees one way, twist and look the opposite. Supine twist the other way. Melt both of your shoulder blades straight down into the floor. Supta Baddha Konasana. You've got your cold eye towel by the upper corner of your mat if you like putting that on in Supta Baddha. Shavasana. Stretch out your legs long, stretch out your arms nice and long. And take a deep breath in together. Fill yourself up and up and up. Exhale it out. Let your entire body rest easy on your mat. Deepen your breath. Bring some movement back into your hands and your feet. And plant your feet on the floor and rock onto your right side. With your eyes still closed, press down and rise up. Take a comfortable seat. Inhale, reach your hands overhead. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. We'll finish up practice together with 3 final ohms. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Bring your thumb knuckles to forehead center. Thank you all so much. Coming into the studio, signing in virtually, all of that good stuff to make a sweaty quad practice happen. Namaste. Good work, everybody. Very sweaty, much work. Definitely drink a lot of water. If anybody has any questions about things we've got coming up, access starts next Friday. So if you're, I like to wait till the last minute and then just leap and have a leap of faith type of person, we still have space. So I would love to have you. Lisa O and I will be leading it this time, and Elena will be assisting the program. It's going to be a lot of fun. What is access? It's a deep dive into your practice. So people who want to take the program can take it if they're looking to teach yoga, if they're looking to just deepen their practice, if they're looking to get more knowledgeable about the anatomy of yoga. There's a whole bunch of stuff to get out of the program. So it's really for a wide range of people. Yeah, so if you have any other questions or you're interested, let me know and I can get you on the roster or answer any questions you have. And hopefully I'll see you on Thursday.